Rising from the ashes when the bearing us down. We keep on coming even when the knock us down. We got the power from above. We're strong to move the mountain. We are stronger, stronger. We are stronger. We are stronger, stronger and powerful. We are stronger, stronger. We are stronger. We are stronger, stronger.
Back again, I'm born again, my
A glorious and wonderful day to all of you guys who are here. Thank you so much for choosing Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe on yet another day that our dear Heavenly Father has made for us to enjoy in His glory. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say that thank you to all of you guys who keep on subscribing to the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe TV channel. We're seeing the numbers keep on going up and up and up. A very, very big thank you goes out to all of you guys who keep on subscribing, and to those who are spreading the word. Please keep on doing so. May the good Lord above remember you, and may He take you places. May He greatly, abundantly, and richly bless you all. And if you're still new, welcome to the Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe family. My name is Tafadzwa Mwedzi, aka Theo the First, and I am the host of the show. Please feel free to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you won't be missed by any of our future videos. Right, ladies and gentlemen, for today's episode, we're going to be having an interview. Yes, guys, today's guest, he's coming all the way from Nigeria. Yes, guys, it's a new year, breaking new boundaries. We're going beyond the Zimbabwean boundaries. But then before we get into that interview, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys know that the founder of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe is also a poet? Yes, and so just to get you guys into the mood of the interview, here is a poem written and performed by the founder of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe. I hope this message will serve as a reminder that you are not alone, and in all your struggles, God is your strength. I hope you guys will be blessed, and I hope it will speak to someone.
Pain, my all-weather friend. What a pleasant surprise. You have decided to come back after such a long time. Pain, my all-weather friend. What a pleasant surprise. You've decided to show your face after having been forgotten a long time ago. You bellow my name from beyond the door. You demand my attention once more. Yet, you had been carefully placed away in my past. Pain, my all-weather friend. Oh, another pleasant surprise. This time, you didn't come back alone. You have brought about your sister, Fear. She barges in with her venomous coven of malice, anger, panic, self-loathing, and more. Cackling and hissing, a malicious feud, itching to come in through that door. Pain, my all-weather friend. Why do you do this to me? So you just can't handle the thought of me being free. The sight of my happiness stalked your ire. You smoldered with jealousy, hot as the fire. You decided to envy me back to the ground for your own merriment. Pain, my all-weather friend. The good news is, this time you came when I was prepared. You were sneaking up on me all this while, yet I always had you at the back of my mind. I knew you would soon raise your ugly head to strike, releasing your venomous essence, seeking to scorch my bliss, like a sun too bright for a world parched and arid. Pain, my all-weather friend. I have found a new superior superpower to defeat you. A very superior superpower. Just when you thought you had me in your grip, just when you thought you were really putting me through the ringer, you were only bringing me closer to my superior superpower. You were only making me to love him and know him even more. The more you crushed me, the more you squeezed the life out of me, the brighter I could see that the love of him who's above could set my soul free. Dear pain, let this message serve as a parting note, a warning for you to take on the road. The days of your supremacy are over, usurped by my newfound strength and faith renewed. Now you have me and him who's above me and all of us to deal with. Good riddance to you and your brood coven of malice. The gates of hell await your arrival, where your malevolent essence shall find no survival. Oh yeah, one more thing. Enjoy the torment where you're going.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that served as a message of hope to someone. You know, whenever we are in dark times, we often forget that the Lord is still watching us, and we start panicking and we start thinking of a lot of extreme things that we want to do. But I want you to know that in whatever situation that you're going through, the Lord is always going to be your strength. If you are this person who's watching this right now and you're at the brink of giving up on life, just know that you're not alone. We've all been there. But always remember that whatever it is that you're going through, it might seem like you're alone, but the Lord is right there with you. He's going to help you get through whatever it is that you're going through. So stay put and put all your trust and all your faith in the Lord. Right, ladies and gentlemen, to get on with our show, up next we've got an interview. Right, so this guy, like I said, is from Nigeria. Yes, guys. He's an engineer. He's a lot of things, but then today we've just decided to touch on the educational part of this guy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here's an interview that transpired between me and our guest for today, Mr. Joel Izang. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Hola, au revoir, hello. Oh my goodness, how are you guys doing? Actually, I am so happy to be in the year 2025. You know, it is such a great blessing to be alive today. Even though things are not perfect, you know, we all need money. We are all looking for a job. We all want that person to be well, you know, but still, it's just a blessing to be alive in the year 2025. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're like me and you're grateful to be alive today, just shout a big amen. You know, as we thank God for his never-ending mercy, his kindness, his goodness, and above all his grace, his very abundantly gracious nature. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first edition of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe interviews in the year 2025, proudly brought to you all by Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe. And as you guys know, my name is Tafadzwa Mwedzi, aka Theo the First, your host with a lot of sauce, by the way. And I am the one who's going to be holding down the work yet again on another edition of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have invited a guest all the way from Nigeria. Now, this one, as you might have heard before, he's an engineer. Apart from that, he's also a content creator, a social media personality, by the way. You're gonna find out more about him along the way. But all the same, ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Mr. Joel Izang. Welcome to the show, hey.
Thank you very much for having me.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Personally speaking, I am so happy to have you on the show. Right, so before we go any further, can you please kindly help me with pronouncing your name? Like, you find that I can't pronounce your full name. Like, I know it, but then I can't pronounce it. That's why you see I only called you Joel Izang. But like your full name, there's another name which I can't pronounce. It will end up sounding like I'm speaking in vulgar if I'm going to try and pronounce it. So please kindly help me and the rest of my fellow Zimbabweans who can't properly pronounce your name. How do you pronounce your name?
So hilarious, I must say. Okay, my name is Izang Joel Dauda. Yes, it's a Nigerian name from a kind of northern region. So my surname is Izang. Yes, so yes, the stress comes at the last syllable. Yes, Izang.
Izang. Goodness me. Hopefully you're not angry because I'm really doing a bad job at pronouncing your name. But all the same, to not take any more time, so let's just jump straight into the interview. Like for a very short time, like just briefly in a few seconds, just tell us a bit more about yourself. Like I know a lot of us here are so curious to know who is Joel Izang, like on a personal level, like who is he, what is he all about, like anything that you're free to share with us.
Okay, yeah, who is Joel? Okay, straight to the chase. Joel is a young man who likes to grow, who likes to learn new things. Yes, he's an aerospace engineering student. Yeah, from Air Force Institute of Technology, Kaduna, Nigeria. He is also a content creator, a social media influencer on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, and of course he's a chorister as well. Yes, chorister. Yes, he sings at church, and yes, let me give you just for timing's sake. Yes. So this is just a bit of who Joel is at the moment. I won't want to spill the beans.
He's also a comedian, by the way. He forgot to mention that. And how could I forget that this one is a vocalist as well? Guys, you should hear him one of these days when he is singing. His voice is so amazing. He sounds like one of those Americans, with those riffs and runs that usually give me a hard time whenever I'm trying to do them. But he does them so effortlessly. All right, so Joel, to just jump into the first question of the day, I heard you talking about being into aerospace engineering. Tell me, what made you to study engineering? Like, was it a lifelong interest, or it was something that grew on you over time? It's something that you grew to love over time. Like, what made you to study engineering in the first place?
Yes, about being an aerospace engineering student. Yes, right from small, I actually like watching, aircrafts in flights, and I don't know what it me. I don't know this spark it got, and just felt like I need to study this, and I need to I'd like to be a part of the aviation industry as well. Yes, remember from primary school and stuff like that, I used to sketch airplanes and stuff. So they were like, let me give it a try. Ever since, that's actually what has been in my mind. Yes. Should I say future ambition? Yes, definitely.
It's so refreshing to hear the fact that it's something that you've always wanted to do, and which means that if you've got passion for something, it means that you're going to do it to the best of your abilities. Right. So to jump to the next question, how are your engineering studies relevant to the current problems being faced by Nigeria, or let me just say by Zimbabwe and other African countries? Because you find that in Nigeria there is issue of electricity, water shortages, in poor infrastructure, money issues, etc. And you find that when you're in this African country, it's like you're in the rest of them, because it's Africa, specifically Sub-Saharan Africa, we are facing more or less the same problems, issues of water, issues of electricity, etc. So how are your engineering studies relevant to the current challenges being faced by Africa in general? Yeah.
Yes. Aviation, I'd say, or as it connotes, Aviation deals with transportation. Yes, that's the aerial transportation. And I know here people are transported, cargoes are also transported. Yes. So now, considering the problem, the problem actually is it's very actually problems that are linked to social infrastructure. Like, yes, that's how amenities. So, aviation, the aviation is actually important in the sense that it can, that there is a transportation of cargo or of such infrastructures. Yes, of infrastructure that will aid in the development of the region. Yes, that is from the developed countries and to the developing regions as well. And number two, also for investment. Yes, the aviation industry, when it is being invested on so well, yes, they can also be blooming in the other factors. For example, now the gain that can actually be gotten through aviation, yes, you can use it to booster or to improve the other segments. For example, talking about electricity, talking about like even education, talking about agriculture, talking about others. Yes, yeah, it can boost it, making it out to the capital of the other infrastructures. Yes. So these two, because of time, I think they are the ones that are peak fronts. Yeah. Thank you.
That was a really good response. Like, that was such a good response. I especially like the fact that you mentioned about the issue of investment, number one. Number two, you talked about the issue of transportation. Now, just shed a bit more light when it comes to the issue of transportation. How exactly will it solve? Because with aerospace engineering, right? It can help solve some of the transportation problems for landlocked countries like Zimbabwe. It can actually help. But just in brief, how exactly does it help in terms of transportation?
Yeah. All right. On the basis of the transportation of social amenities or infrastructure, as we know it, you just like, for example, now when you want to import goods, you want to import products, you want to import facilities as well. Aerial transportation also, a means to get these cargo shipments and all that.
Thank you so much for clarifying on the issue of cargo shipment, because you find that when you're talking about aerospace engineering, we are talking about mainly moving through the air. So you were mentioning mostly cargo shipping and stuff. So some people would have been confused. You get the idea. So I'm very happy that you mentioned that with aerospace engineering, it also targets things like cargo shipping. And you find that with if we are to invest in area of shipping, for example, like if you are to improve that sector, if we are going to be having improved air traffic control systems, if you're going to be having more communication and better navigation, right, you find that it will actually help countries like Zimbabwe, for example, in terms of our tourism. Like, as you said, there are some people who come from far away, and so traveling by sea may not be the best option for them because, like I said, we are landlocked. So traveling by bus may not really be the best option. So if you are to improve our aerial engineering sector, one will find that it would be so easy for them to just fly into Zimbabwe. So thank you so much for mentioning that. And with the with an increase in tourism, it will boost our GDP. Hence, issues like electricity problems, issues like water problems, issues like poor infrastructure, they'll become a thing of the past if we are going to be having enough resources to fix them. Right. So just a bonus question. As a engineering student, mental health wise, I know it's not for the weak, the program that you have chosen right now. How is it like the life of an engineer mental health wise?
Life of an engineer, engineering student health wise, or mental health wise rather. What can I say? It is not rosy. It is not rosy. It's not rosy at all. But then, of course, we are there for a reason, and then what will keep you going is actually denoted by the reason why you are studying it. Yes. Good things don't always come easy, and as such, this course is very tedious. It's very tedious.
All right, guys, we are still Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe on the first edition of Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe interviews in the year 2025. We are joined by Mr. Joel Izang for an interview on his journey as an engineering student. We've just heard that it is not rosy being an engineering student. And I especially like the fact that nowadays there's now gender equality. Even girls as well can now become engineers. I know of this certain girl who's an engineer. She's also studying engineering. And from what I always see on her statuses, the girl is always crying. That life is not fair for engineers. And this is not something that usually affects girls only, even guys, as you have heard from Mr. Joel. So if you're planning on being an engineer, not to scare you, but just be prepared to work, because you are solving people's problems just like with any other degree program in university. It's not a walk in the park. Speaking from experience, many a times you feel like you just want to give up and just drop out, but keep on going, keep the faith, and eventually you're definitely going to get there. Right, so before I start preaching to people, Mr. Joel Izang, what are some of the highlights of being an engineering student? Like, what are some of the good things that come with this program?
Yes, I said earlier, it's not rosy. Well, I actually give my own shout out to the lady who that is an engineering student. Yes, let me send my regards. And yes, the good thing about being an engineering student is that you actually learn what it means to be innovative, number one, creative, and have problem solving as the first thing, like as the first priority. Yes, because it's about solving problems. It's about solving problems. That's actually the major goal: solving problems, and then even making the solutions easier. Yes, that's where development, or like let me say remodification comes in. Then and that thing talk about is cost the benefits. Yes, you see yourself, let me say, working in an administrative sector, in companies. See yourself even as the actual engineers there. You see yourself as supervisor. In aerospace engineering, you can even choose to work in civilian in civilian aviation industry, or also in the military aviation industry, or also even private, or just do research, or SpaceX and all that. Yes. So those are the benefits. Yes, but then growing up, you actually learn what it means to be perseverant, to be a problem solver, to be very much analytic, and to be innovative. Yes, brainstorm ideas, brainstorm what will be human friendly and also marketable. Yes.
Wow, this program sounds so packed. we've got issues of analytics, we've got issues of innovation, we've got issues of marketing. Like, who knew that? I, for one, didn't know that. Oh my goodness. All right. So, Mr. Izang, one more question for you. What are some of the prospects that come with studying engineering? Like, what are some of the economic opportunities that come with doing this program? And what are some words of encouragement that you'd want to give to someone who wants to do this program? Like, okay, even before we even get there, if, let's say, for example, this is me, Tafadzwa, I want to study engineering in Nigeria, what are some of the qualifications, some of the requirements that I need? Yeah, and what are some of your words of encouragement to those who are thinking of studying engineering?
Okay, speaking of prospects, generally in engineering, you can work as an engineer yourself, being the one doing the work, whether civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, even computer engineering, system engineering, and many more, including aerospace engineering. Yes, you can work as that. And then also you can work in the administrative sector. At this point you are working for companies, and even airports or even airlines. You are part of those supervising the growth of the airline and also the airline or like the companies as well. And then I can also work billing and invoicing. Yes, it's there as well. But then if it's engineering you want to do, you can go for more administrative. That is supervising, and then also the main engineering, like the ones that do the real dirty work. So yes, for aerospace you can go for researching. Also the engineering, that's aircraft engineering, can go for design. Yes, design as well is important. Although in Nigeria is not prominent, design is not that prominent. We just mainly deal with the mechanical structure, the framework, the propulsion and all that. That is for aerospace engineering. So now, speaking of requirements, yes, was at least have a very good credit in the university. Yes.
Whew, okay, I don't know about you guys, but as for me, I am saturated with information now. Like, oh my god, my brain is now fried. A very big thank you goes out to Mr. Joel for coming here and educating us more and more on his engineering journey, what it is all about being an engineer in terms of the mental health, the skills that you're supposed to have, the mental capacity, etc. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Joel, and to everyone who listened to us, thank you so much for being here. Rumor has it that we're going to have a part 2 of this conversation. And so if this conversation was of interest to you, stick around. We're going to have a part 2 of this one very soon. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember my name is Tafadzwa Mwedzi, aka Theo the First. It's been an absolutely amazing, life-changing experience. It's been an awesome, great pleasure being with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and it's back to our presenter in the studio.
Right, we hope that you have benefited from this interview and you enjoyed every single bit of it, like how I did personally. We do these interviews as Life and Inspiration Zimbabwe specifically for people like you and me who would want to learn, because we all don't know everything, right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was an answered prayer to someone. To all those upcoming and aspiring engineers out there, I hope this was an answered prayer for you. And I hope this has given you the courage to go and pursue your dreams. Now, once again, like we have discussed in the interview, nothing in life is ever going to be easy. This journey is going to be very difficult, but it's going to take a lot of resilience and a lot of strength for you to get through the 4-5 years of engineering. And so, please keep up the faith. And if you can, start going towards your dreams. Until the next time we're going to be seeing you guys, ladies and gentlemen, remember it's been an absolutely life-changing, wonderful, amazing experience being with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. See you guys in the next time that we're going to be appearing on your screens. Stay blessed.